Hi, I'm Monica.
Hi, I'm Javier, and this is our sweetheart story. So we met in 2013 on a beautiful day here in Bakersfield.
We were actually, I was out with some friends and we were celebrating some Bible study friends going to Haiti. And we went out to dinner and we stopped at Goose Looney's in Bakersfield. And a friend saw Javi at the bar having a burger, a beer, and watching a baseball game, and introduced.
And it was a wonderful day because I had been at work, having moved from Texas to Bakersfield, and I had also volunteered that day on a campaign. And taking a break is always a good thing to recharge. And I was, watching baseball, having a burger and a beer, when a group of friends that I recognized from St. Francis Catholic Church walked in and said, "Hey, Javi, why don't you join us over here at the table?" And I was really enjoying the ball game, so I said, "Thank you, but I'm going to keep relaxing." And that's when our great friend of ours introduced me to Monica for the first time. And they sat down, they continued to enjoy each other's company. And eventually I said, "You know what? They look like a lot of fun." And as I looked over at the table, the first thing I noticed was Monica's beauty. The next thing I noticed was she was drinking Crown Royal on the rocks. And I said, "You know what? What a cool thing, a young professional out with friends from church, enjoying a nice cocktail." So I went over to the table and I joined them.
It was a nice night. We finished celebrating with friends, and I had an early morning, so I stepped out and I had a friend join me at my car because, I had some coloring books and things that I wanted her to take to the children in Haiti. So while she was there, she was like, "You should really go out with Javier. He's a great guy." And at first I thought, "No, I don't know him. That's okay. I'm very shy." And she asked again, and I thought, "Oh my goodness, this friend is not taking the hint. I just don't do that." And finally she said, "He's a great guy. He goes to church. He has a great job. He has an awesome personality." She gave him a raving review. And I thought to myself, if I can't take a leap of faith and talk more with this person that my friend is just raving about, who in the world am I going to meet? So I said, "Go ahead, you can give him my number," which was very different for me.
And I was shocked because I'm used to being a person that pursues. And when our friend came back into the restaurant and had Monica's phone number, I said, "Hey, I was going to take care of that." But lo and behold, about a week later, I contacted Monica and we went on our first date. And little did we know that it would actually be our perfect date, April 25th, 2013, at Eurykio's restaurant in downtown Bakersfield. Now that's the location where I would eventually propose to Monica years later. And what did you think about the first date? Was it fun?
It was so much fun. I think I've met so many people that can't hold up a conversation, and that is definitely not the deal with you. And we just had so much fun. I remember leaving and getting in my car and calling my mom and being excited and a little giddy, which is totally not me. And I shared with her this wonderful moment. And it dawned on me that I definitely wanted to see you more.
And the fun part was at the end of the date, I made it clear to Monica that I wanted to take her out on a second date and what her plans were for the weekend. And I kind of got the message that she was holding off a little bit. So it was a big surprise when I got back to my office 20 minutes later that I got a phone call from her. And she asked me out on the second date. And that led into a week of our 5 first dates in 5 days. You tell them about the first date? Second, I mean.
Well, you know what? I wasn't holding off. I was honest when I said I had to work. I was director of a program for a nonprofit, and I had an event that I needed to go to, and I also wanted to network a bit. And I thought, can he handle someone going to, personal time / professional time and networking? And little did I know, he definitely could.
And that one went into our third date, which was with our congressman and the governor of New Mexico at a political fundraiser. The next night, we spent a beautiful evening at a restaurant while a thunderstorm rolled into town, and just drank wine and watched the glow as lightning struck all around us. And then following, I took Monica to her first rodeo here at the Kern County Fairgrounds. And fast forward, I flew off to Texas. Mm-hmm. We stayed in touch over the phone, and I think I surprised you during my trip to Texas with a very strong, bold statement.
We kept talking, and that first week of dates was just epic. And I remember it was really cool, even with that storm on the patio, that we both like storms. And so we didn't mind sitting out there. We were protected, but we saw thunder and lightning, and it was kind of like a little mini adventure, which we kept having mini adventures. But while you were in Texas, you were really honest, and we were just getting to know each other, and you, I think, had a very honest moment and let something slip you wouldn't have otherwise said. But you said, "I'm going to marry you someday," and you were like, "Whoa!" I don't know how I let that slip or say that or whatever it was. And I remember you said, "Does that scare you?" And it was such a calm and welcoming and comfortable moment. I was like, "No," and I still kind of wrote it off as how silly. You had feelings like, I'm liking getting to know you, but never did I think, oh my gosh, we're going to get married.
And to me, that was confirmation that I could share my heart with her. The first thing I noticed about Monica was definitely her beauty. Next, I learned her faithful heart in God. And from there, I realized that this was a person that I could share every honest moment with in life. And that's why I felt so confidently about sharing that with her within the first 2 weeks that we started dating. And as life has gone on, we've had some wonderful adventures, whether it be trips in Mother Nature to Yosemite, or also road trips to see our favorite bands in Southern California, or taking Monica to my hometown of Austin, Texas, to show her my old stomping grounds. The past several years have been a wonderful journey, really exciting. And we realized that our first date was on April 25th. And what made that the perfect date was we laugh about the movie Miss Congeniality. In that movie, there is a line where during the beauty pageant,
she says, describe your perfect date. And the girl's a little bit of a blonde, and she doesn't realize it's a romantic date. And she says, well, I think it's April 25th. It's not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
And that's what we remember, sitting on the patio. It was not too hot, not too cold. All we needed was a light jacket. And years later, that date stuck with us. And we had many special moments. I still remember professionally the moment Monica came and shared her heart that she had been passionate for education for a long time. But she had a big decision that she wanted to share with me.
I've always loved my community, and even when I worked, I started from the beginning. So as an aide or a teacher or a substitute or running a program, I've always loved going back and showing children, it doesn't matter where you come from, you can be anything you want. And so I finally decided that after a lot of encouragement, that I would run for school board. And it's a wonderful way to give back and to do what I love and to make sure that we're making the best choices we can for students that are our future and that they really can do anything.
And together we successfully worked hard and campaigned, went door to door, made countless phone calls, and I'm so proud that Monica stepped up to lead and was elected to the Arvin Union School District School Board in 2016, where she serves today. But what a cool opportunity to kind of have a trial run at having a budget together, managing a calendar together, making executive decisions, like when it comes to...
I'm ready for those engagement classes because I'm thinking, bring it on. We had to do so much of that before. And a lot of it is problem solving, and some of it is differences of opinion that you have to resolve. And it was an experience, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
So the journey continues, and the next momentous occasion was on April 25th, the perfect date, 2019. I invited Monica to Eureka's. She had no idea but I had also invited my mom, dad, stepmom out to Bakersfield from Austin, Texas, along with her family. And it was there at Eurykio's on the patio at the very same place and table that I got down on one knee. I shared with my heart with her yet again, and I asked her to be my wife.
And I smiled and I said, "You're my best friend." Of course, yes.
And it's been a thrilling year. I think the theme for this year is celebration. We've worked really hard to get to this point. We know there's a great journey ahead of us, but we're in it together. We're very excited. We're looking forward to the wedding. And I don't know.
We've kind of had a joke too. Friends have asked us for years, "Why aren't you getting married? Why don't you get married now?" And our joke has been, "Well, if a priest can discern for 7 years, why can't we? We're deciding on forever."
Exactly. And we're excited about forever. We're excited about the future. We're happy to share the story with each of you today, and that you'll be celebrating with us for years to come. So, pop quiz. Monica, how would you define love?
I define love as God and all the aspects of God. And it's just perfect.
Very nice. And
How would you?
I think love is an unconditional affection towards another person, where you pour out your heart, your soul, in care for their spiritual, emotional, and physical well-being. And I'm in love with you.
I love you too.
Well, thanks y'all so much. And
That's
our sweetheart story.